Welcome to On the Couch, a regular catch-up where we discuss the issues facing media, marketing and advertising and hopefully provide some solutions. Today on the couch, I'm joined by Ophenia Liang, who is the co-founder and director of Digital Crew. Welcome to the couch, Ophenia.
Thank you. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning to you. Hey, Digital Crew has crossed our paths at Trinity P3 because of a rising need for the type of work you do, which you describe as multilingual digital marketing. What does that actually mean?
So Digital Crew, when we founded this company about 4.5 years ago, we saw a gap in the market. There are brands who are entering Asian market and they're not getting enough help. So me and my partner decided, well, we want to focus on cross-cultural marketing. And the linguistics aspect of it is just, it comes with it naturally. So what we focus on is helping brands to get to another culture. It could be getting to another country or to another language or to another ethnic group.
Okay, so you work across quite large but also different markets. What's the biggest difference from your perspective when you're working with a client across those markets?
I think the biggest difference is, well, very obvious, the language difference. However, deep down, it's more of the cultural difference. And because in different countries, you need to also respect their political environments, their regulations, and all of that. And on top of that, I think a lot of challenges comes from educating the client and making them understand the complex environment they're getting into.
So what would be the most challenging markets that you work in?
Well, we have 7 offices in 5 countries, including Australia, China, India, Japan, and US. So that includes 2 of the most largest economy in the world and 2 of the largest population in the world. So I would say China and India.
Yeah, and that's because not just of size, which everyone knows, but also complexity within those markets.
Yeah, a lot of Western brands or marketers would underestimate the complexity of India or China. For example, India, there are more than 200 languages spoken within the country, and there are multiple religions, and that dictates how people live their lives. And in China, there are there are 56 races, yeah. And the living habits are very different from south to north.
Okay. So especially for Western marketers, what's the biggest mistake or the biggest assumption that they make when they go to market in places like China and India?
So in particular, Western marketers or brands, and I think a lot of them underestimated the complexity and the journey that they're about to embark on if they're going to an Asian market like India or China. If you go traveling by yourself, you would take a travel guide when you get there to do some trips, right? But sometimes they forget it's the same in business. You need a guide, you need partners, you need local partners, you need in-house people who actually can guide you through all these environments.
Yeah, I think there's sometimes in marketing a belief that it's the same everywhere in the world, but it's not, is it?
It's absolutely not. But I think in marketing, the principles are the same. However, there are a lot of layers on top are different when you get to another country. The regulations are different, the cultures are different, the audience are completely different.
What would be your advice to a marketer watching this who is working in an organisation either has started or is about to launch into one of the countries that you work in, especially in Asia or India?
Yeah, in China or India, for example, you need to, first of all, as an organization, commit to this journey and prepare for a longer term, not a short term. In terms of preparing, I think you need to prepare to be there for 2, 3, 5 years. And I've seen brands who who do a 5-year plan or 10-year plan entering China or India. Because of the complex environment, you need to adjust and be very reactive and proactive at the same time as well. So it will be a very interesting journey. You'll learn a lot of things in all these new markets, but prepare.
Yeah, and if and when it pays off, there are big rewards for the people that get it right.
Yes, if you get, there are a lot of great examples of Western brands entering India or China who have made a big fortune out of it.
Fantastic, and thank you for joining us on the couch.
Thank you, Darren.
Thank you for joining us on the couch. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned for more On the Couch coming very soon.